Hello, everyone. My name is Mashael AlAjmi. I am a lecturer at Princess Noura University in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, and I'm currently studying for a PhD at King Saud University in Riyadh as well. My presentation is going to be about engagement resources in paratexts of video games and appraisal analysis of promotional material on God of War Ragnarok. The areas of focus for my presentation are going to be introduction, literature review, methodology, results and discussion, and ending with a conclusion. As for the introduction, in the language of evaluation, Martin and White in 2005 introduced their appraisal theory, which is a framework used to study the interpersonal meaning of language. This framework is situated within Systemic Functional Linguistics (SFL), which was developed by Michael Halliday. As Halliday's SFL theory proposed that one function of language is creating interpersonal meaning, Martin and White's appraisal theory focuses on the interpersonal meaning carried out by participants in communication. For the sake of language analysis, engagement system has been employed in this paper to examine the promotional content on the action-adventure video game called God of War Ragnarok, as this game won 6 prizes in the Game Awards in 2022. It won these awards for the best narrative, best audio, design, and innovation in accessibility, best performer, and best score and music. Thus, this paper aims at investigating the engagement resources employed in the promotional content on the game through applying the engagement system. Talking about video games and marketing to introduce the paper and the topic of the paper, video game industry marketing research has received less attention compared to music and movies industry. In the 20th century, video games industry has grown immensely. And speaking of marketing, it can be defined as engaging game players and making them interested in the game. Consumer advertising is one element of advertising that is addressed to people to promote a service or a product. Advertising changed with the invention of the internet, which made it digital and can reach larger audience. And digital advertising makes the communication between the marketer and the consumer a two-way communication where the consumer can exchange opinions and feedback in the products promoted. In this respect, gaming companies are employing social media channels to advertise their products and draw in new customers in an effort to reach a larger audience. In order to introduce the discourse of advertising and how this relates to the analysis of the language of the video game that I'm going to present today, advertising started in ancient times, and this helped with forming a kind of discourse, which Dancy in 2015 describes as a way of presenting something in a socially appropriate way so as to persuade people to purchase it in the same way that effective orators attempt to convince audiences to accept their messages and act upon them. Advertising discourse has gained popularity in the 50s of the 19th century as it has been used in many domains such as political campaigns. That is because of its persuasive nature. An interest in this kind of discourse is actually due to the simple but powerful, persuasive emotional language it uses, and also the effects that this language has on individuals and society. Game culture has actually many types of discourses and texts. And talking about game paratexts, actually, game paratexts can be considered one of these types of discourses. Talking about paratext framework, this framework was proposed by the literary theorist